It is Sunday, April 9th, 2017. I'm here at the Ganaraska backpacking trail in Queen Elizabeth II Provincial Park. Heading out for a 5-day backpacking trip, starting at Devil Lake and going all the way to Otter Lake and then back the same way. As you can see, the lakes are still partially frozen, and there's a bit of snow on the ground around me, mostly on the north side. The weather's supposed to be quite warm and then cool right off to about 10 degrees later on in the week. This lake is completely frozen. The breeze coming off of it feels great. This is the outflow from Devil Lake into Sheldon Lake. Sheldon Lake down there. This is a very hilly section from Sheldon to Cooney Lake. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot with a great view. I'm at the most north point in between Sheldon and Cooney Lake, and it's following a snowmobile trail, but there's a lot of these wide open barrens. Makes walking quite easy and it's really beautiful. This is looking down Victoria Lake. The section from the pond to Victoria Lake was very overgrown. It's very rough, overgrown with alders and everything else. That creeks the canoe route into this, and I imagine there'll be quite a bit of work going through there in the summer with low water. But it's finally nice to be back at a real lake again. It's beautiful. So this is the first campsite on Victoria Lake, and it's a really beautiful place here. This is the view from the trapper's cabin on Victoria Lake. It took me about 3 hours to get here. This is a really awesome view on Victoria Lake. I'm crossing down there where the very narrow piece of land crosses Victoria Lake and Wolf Lake, and then I'll be camping a couple kilometers after that. Oh, this lake is really beautiful. Getting into some very rough landscape here. It's just up and down. I guess that's should be expected. So I gotta somehow cross this, and it looks pretty rough. Like, there's no dry way across. I think I can follow the beaver dam maybe most of the way, but I've had to resort to crossing it. Going barefoot and just kind of trying to walk where it's shallowest. Oh, the water's ice cold. The feet go into spasm after a short period of time, so the little bit of dry land is feeling great. This is the campsite on Wolf Lake. It's getting pretty dark, so I haven't set up camp or anything yet. So I'll show camp probably in the morning. But yeah, I'm worn out. After crossing that beaver dam, it took a lot of my energy because the water was so cold, I think. And after crossing it, the trail's gotten a lot rougher. There's a lot more blowdown, and there's a high level where I always have to go around what would normally be a straight through trail through the water. I'm really tired, kind of lethargic right now. So I'm just gonna make camp, get some food in me, and hit the hay. See you in the morning. So by candlelight tonight, I'm eating a Kenora Sidekick rice dish with hamburger, black beans, peppers, onions, and morels, and I have some red wine. And it's by candlelight because it's 9 o'clock tonight. So this is camp for day 2. I didn't see this last night, but the rocks across there are absolutely beautiful. I just got some coffee on the boil. But yeah, that landscape's just incredible over there. And then there's a lot of blowdown at this campsite. So as you see back there, all these great big mature pines have fallen down. And I just had the tent pad tucked in between these two fallen down trees. Yeah, it's really nice here during the day on Wolf Lake. For breakfast today, I have coffee, bannock, and fried eggs. This is looking across a campsite on Wolf Lake. The sun's come out fully and it's really beautiful. I came down from that way towards Victoria Lake. This is what the trail pretty much looks like, or has been looking like, crossing Victoria Lake. There's the next marker up there. It's very hard to follow. It's about 2 feet deep. Feels good on the legs, so this is very challenging. This is the little crossing in between Loon Lake and Wolf Lake. It's a kind of a beaver dam up top, but I was able to get around it with maintaining dry feet. It's really nice. That's the entire crossing there. It's not too bad. So this is going to be night on Loon Lake. I decided to stay here instead of pushing on. And since I arrived, which was 2.5 hours ago, the ice has receded a lot. And I was starting to see frogs on shore. And I'll show you camp now. The weather is really windy and I can hear thunder all around me, but I haven't got any rain yet, so I was able to find this tarp in the woods. So I processed all my firewood here and I'm just going to cover it over if it starts raining. A nice fire pit, and I have the tent pad tucked away out of the wind. And it's a lot calmer in here already. So this is where I have the tent for the night. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. I don't know how well this is showing out, but this is storm cloud I was hearing, and it's coming exactly in my direction. It's dark all the way around, so I'm gonna bunker down in the tent for a while, I think, until it blows over. Here comes the rain. So I'm in my tent now, and as you can hear, it's a torrential downpour. So glad I didn't push on to Otter Lake. I would have only been halfway there by now. Stuck in this. It's been about an hour after that rainstorm, and fog's coming off the lake. Still raining though. This is the inflow into Loon Lake. Loon Lake being to my right. Straight ahead is about a 3-foot beaver dam at the top of that, and then to my left is probably a 2-foot beaver dam. So they're everywhere. I'm gonna go exploring and see what I can find, or how many beaver dams. This is the beaver dam straight across from Loon Lake, it'd be in the east or the western direction. I just saw a beaver go in. Not very big. So that's towards Loon Lake, and this is the upper pond of that. And the water direction goes both ways. I'm not sure how far either way it goes. So it's starting to clear up too now. It's a really special place here. For tonight I have steak and rehydrated brown beans and onions in there. So this is it for day 2 here on Loon Lake. It was a beautiful day. The thunderstorm did roll through, and I just bunkered down in the tent for that. I can hear the spring spring peepers tonight, and it's a good sign. I was hoping to hear some loons, but the lakes are still probably too frozen for them. And I did some exploring where I saw a whole bunch of ponds. That was very neat. Oh, it's beautiful out here. It's a really special place. The fog coming off the lake's quite incredible as well. See you in the morning. Good morning here on Loon Lake. As you can see, the ice has receded quite a bit just over the night. There's another couple thunderstorms throughout the night, and it dropped in temperature quite a bit. It's about 5 degrees right now. So I'm going to try to get to Cooney Lake, but depending on how the hike's going, I'll stop at Victoria for the night and then out the following day. I'm really excited to see like Wolf Lake and Victoria Lake, to see how much the ice has receded on those two as well. I'm just about to cook breakfast and pack up camp, try and get an early start. This is the only sign of moose I've seen so far. Pelvic bone and one lower jaw. This is a very bouldery creek. Really large boulders in here. It's beautiful though. A little unnamed creek flowing into Wolf Lake. I'm back at my campsite on Wolf Lake, and thought the ice would have receded a lot more, but looking out there's a lot of soft spots and open pockets. So bigger the lake, I guess the deeper the freeze is. I'm at the Beaver Dam crossing between Victoria and Wolf Lake, and I have to follow the Beaver Dam all the way around to that point where I can get back on land. And at times it's up to your knees, and this water is freezing cold. So this is a view of Wolf Lake, and that's the Beaver Dam starting there and coming all the way up here, and then this is Victoria Lake. This is Victoria Lake, straight ahead where the Beaver Dam was, and you see how far back the ice has receded already. It's really moving away. I think this is a really cool part of the trail. The ferns growing off that large rock. I'm in the canyon right now, and then rocks up on the other side. Really cool spot. Here's another view of Victoria Lake from the first campground. It's probably a 6-foot dam here, and then all the way at the other end it's got to be 6 to 8, maybe more. So this is the height of the dam, and I'm about eye level with the water. Just stopped to get some water. I've been using the two combo drop formula, and it's working quite well. Make water anywhere, anytime. It's only 12 degrees today, but I'm in t-shirt and shorts. This section's really a lot of mixed forest, old growth. First garter snake of the trip. He's not going to be moving too fast today. This is the extreme to the landscape where I just was, and it's literally a couple hundred meters west. There's a pond in the middle that separates these two, but just lichen and open barren. So this is it for day 3 here on Sheldon Lake. It took me about 5.5 hours to get here from Loon Lake, and I have another hour or so back to Devil Lake tomorrow. The weather was cool today, but it hasn't rained yet. I've set up camp, collected firewood, but I haven't split it yet because of all the dark clouds that keep blowing over. It is starting to rain a little bit right now, but I think it will pass. I'll show you around camp now. So this is camp for day 3 here on Sheldon Lake. Has an incredible view. There's campsites in either side of me. So I've got the fire pit. I made this because the one that's existing is not very good. So I put that together. I got my tent up here. It's actually starting to rain. So everything's in there right now, staying dry. And then to get water is actually a little bit of a hike. It's all the way down here, and it goes through another campsite, a really small one, and to get water is all the way down there, but the view's worth it. For supper tonight I have chili and rice. I just have the chili in there right now rehydrating, and then I'll add the rice later and simmer a lot slower. And every so often the sun peeks out. Good morning. It is day 4 here on Sheldon Lake. It's cold, it's raining, and now it's starting to snow. I'm just going to pack up and head out today. I'll see you later. Even with the snow, it's still a beautiful hike. The lake behind me was completely frozen 4 days ago, and then with the hot weather and rain, it's completely receded. So this is back at the first beaver crossing. It's only a couple feet high. The trail goes straight up this rock face. So this concludes my trip of 4 days. It was a really good trip. I've been able to see all the extremes of weather, from thunderstorms to snowstorms. When I came in, the lakes were full of ice, and now the lake behind me is completely empty. I didn't see anybody the second day, and then not till the end of the 3rd day. So it's a very quiet place, and the landscape's incredibly beautiful. All these exposed rocks and small lakes and ponds everywhere. It was a really good trip, and I really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.